Hey everybody, it's Kyle here. This video I wasn't thinking about making until it happened to me. So tonight I was with my friend Hailey, that you've seen in other videos. We were at Walmart and we were just going down the aisle, and I noticed, or like, I could sense that somebody was behind me. And like, as we had turned the corner from the aisle, I knew that it was a worker that came out of the back room. And we're walking, and all of the sudden, I hear him laughing. And it was like, Well, then, Haley's like, is he laughing at you? And uh, I said, I don't know what the fuck he's laughing at. Like, what does he have to laugh about? I didn't turn around and he didn't say anything. We just kind of walked away. And I probably shouldn't have cussed at him, but that's just how I kind of felt in the moment. Uh, but it just kind of, after it happened, it kind of got me thinking, like, people in public being rude is kind of I don't want to say a common occurrence. It used to happen a lot more than it does. So that's why it kind of surprised me. Um, like, it was at like 8:30 at night at this point, like barely anybody in the store, and maybe he wasn't laughing at me, and I could have read that whole situation wrong because I didn't turn around to actually look at him. So maybe it wasn't me, but that has happened, not at Walmart before, but just in general. I've had many people give stares in public, make rude comments in public, to the point where my mom had to yell at them. Um, but it just got me thinking, like, really? Like, this is what we're dealing with? Like, it's just not something we should have to deal with. Like, I feel like it's really something funny. Like, are people like shocked when we're out in public? When people with disabilities are out in public? Like, yes, mine's physical. So you can see my arm crutches pretty apparently, but it's one of those things. Are we not supposed to be out in public? Or, we're out in public daily. Like, it shouldn't be something to laugh at, or, it shouldn't be shocking or surprising. And maybe that's just because, I don't know, maybe there is that sense of society of shame around disabilities. So maybe a lot of people do tend to stay out of public and go at places when it's less crowded, just because the fear of people having something to say, or laughing, or, making snide comments, or, I've just kind of grown used to it, and it's not something that I should really have to grow used to. It's just kind of something that happens. Um, and, my friends have seen it. Those who have disability and those who haven't, that's just something that, like, sorry, that's just something that it just kind of happens. And I think that's because, like, we just need to make disability as public as possible, make it normal, as normal as possible. The more people see people in wheelchairs and walkers, just in leg braces, using crutches, on motorized scooters, um, the better. I know there is that perception of, like, that person's just lazy. They're on the scooter. Well, you don't know that. Um, you shouldn't just assume that, but I don't know. I just think, I should be able to go, well, anyone should be able to go to the store and not be laughed at. Maybe he wasn't laughing at me. I'm not saying this specific incident, like, got me thinking, like, is it shocking when you see somebody with a disability? Maybe that person hasn't been exposed to people with disability enough, which, is sad for them, because people with disabilities are great. Well, I mean, every person's different, everyone has their own personality, but I've met some great people with disabilities. Met some not so nice people with disabilities, but I don't know. It's just like, what the hell, man? I'm sorry for my language, but like, what are you laughing at me for? What's funny? The way I walk? It's a little different, you know? So what? I'm still, I'm going about my business. Go about your business. Like, that's what I always, people are like, you walk funny. It's like, I'm still walking. Yes, I use arm crutches, and yes, my legs don't move as smoothly as, someone without cerebral palsy. Because there are times where it's like, subconsciously it's like move your feet, pick up your feet, move your feet, pick up your feet. It doesn't come as naturally, so maybe it looks a little bit awkward, but I'm still walking. I'm going about my business. Like, I don't know, it had to have me say something. When you see somebody out in public and they have a disability that you can see, just let them be. I don't get what laughing at them does. Like, does that make you feel better? Like, that maybe it does. Maybe it's like, well, I'm doing better than that person. Well, that person could be doing great. Just because they have a disability doesn't mean anything. Like, that doesn't mean they're living a bad life. They're living their best life. Like, who are you to say that your life is better than theirs? I don't know. That kind of leads me into the people are suffering with disabilities. I hate the word suffering for disabilities. Like, yes, people suffer quite a lot in a lot of things, from hunger. Some disabilities are extremely painful. But I don't think that saying that somebody suffers from a disability should be a blanket. We shouldn't apply it to every disability, because I'm not suffering, at all. Like, people have it way worse than I do. I can still physically get up and walk. Some, with crutches. That's, some people can't. I'm not suffering. Like, yes, I might trip. Yes, my crutch might slip out from underneath me and fall, but so what? I can get back up. Like, I'm not suffering, and I don't think we should just use, just throw that word around when using disability. It's, some things can be extremely painful, that, and though, I would definitely say some people do suffer from disability, but other people are not. There's challenges, but I don't think it's to the level of suffering. And I would never say that I'm suffering from a disability. I'm living with a disability, and I'm trying to thrive with a disability, but I wouldn't say that I'm suffering. And I do think, and it makes me kind of bring up the point about suffering with disability, is because I saw over Halloween a article about a child with cerebral palsy, and his parents like decorate his wheelchair, like his costumes kind of go along with the wheelchair to like cover it up, or just kind of make a fun costume. But they were, in the article, it's like, he suffers from cerebral palsy. It's like, is he? Like, it's kind of a person by person basis. I don't think we should. I don't like the term, you're suffering from cerebral palsy. I'm living with it. I'm dealing with it. I'm not suffering from it. I'm not saying that that doesn't apply in all, in every case, because it does. But I think we have to be very careful on how we use that term, suffering, to describe disability, because then it becomes a blanket term that everybody is suffering from disability, and disability is a bad thing. And the more we continue to perpetuate that disability is a bad thing, the more people will baby us and won't give us the respect that we deserve. But anyway, sorry for the long rant. But I wanted to film this as close to it happening, so we could, I could give you my honest opinion. But I hope this video finds you well. If you have any relatable experiences out in public where someone has blatantly, made a point to like make you notice that they're making fun of you or saying something about you, please let me know in the comments. I want to know how regular this happens to other people. Um, and just please share your stories, because I'm sure we can all find some relatable. Something has happened to us, I'm sure, that we can all relate about. But please let me know if you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying this new twice a week thing, so this will go up on Tuesday. It's currently Saturday. Well, now it's Sunday because it's after midnight. But I'm gonna try Tuesdays and Fridays. We'll see how it goes. If you have any ideas or topics that you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below down as well. And I will see you next time. Thanks.